take it slow.
And what's up, guys? I am back. I just wanted to make a short little video because I've been getting a lot of debates and stuff with other stackers, coin collectors, numismatics, investors about my strategy, their strategy, and I just wanted to clear up exactly what my strategy is, what my goals are, the direction of my collection stack, whatever, and also acknowledge that there's not one right way. There's not just one right way. There's tons. So but in my opinion, if you're doing something besides just putting your money into a bank account, I think that you're probably winning already. You're doing better than most people. Most people just their savings is a savings account with a tiny growth rate every year, Anyways, but it really doesn't matter what other people are doing. I'm gonna worry about myself, and so I just want to tell you what I am doing. I'm not an expert, by the way, so do your own research. I just want to show you what this channel is about, what my goals collection is about. So before I get into my exact strategy, I want to clarify that my stack, my silver stack, gold stack, coins, numismatics, investments are all about just that, investing in retirement, basically, in the future. And it has zero to do with a shit hits the fan situation. I've mentioned it in a video or two before, but I do not believe, and it might come back to bite me. There's a tiny percent chance that a shit hits the fan situation ever does happen, but I don't believe in putting a lot of stock into that scenario, into that eventuality. I've seen people put all their money right before Y2K into prepper stuff like a bunker and freaking supplies and all kinds of stuff, and then it never happened. Same with 2012 and all that. So, and then they lost everything. They can't sell that stuff. Anyways, my stack has nothing to do with being prepared. I'm not a prepper, anything like that. To me, precious metals and numismatics is an investment. So that's, and my investment is meant to be at least 10 to 15 years long. So it gives time for these things to appreciate. No, I'm definitely not solely relying on the prices of gold and silver to go up, as you probably could tell from my channel, but so that's why I'm into numismatics. So that's kind of what the argument is about. People say, oh, why do you buy these numismatic premium things, especially let me find one, the slabbed coins. They say, oh, it's just a waste of money, and you can't use it in shit hits the fan. Well, I don't care about shit hits the fan. I care about spending a little money now and getting way more out of it in 10, 15, 20 years. So, here's a good example. This 1933 M, made in Manila, USA and Philippines, 1 centavo. It's a MS65 red brown. Not sure if you could see that very well, but it is beautiful. It's a lot better in person. I got this in Philippines from a collector, and for about $35. And right now, a year later, These are going for around $80 in 1 year. So these things are already rare. I have others just like it that are not graded, but they appreciate as well each year. But they get more and more rare, especially ones in this condition. And in 1 year, it's gone from $30 to $35 to almost $100. So, can you imagine what this is going to cost in 15 years from now? A 1933 USA Philippines coin. Imagine in 1 year, it's almost doubled in price. Or no, it's more than doubled in price. Imagine what it's going to do in another 15 years when these are just more and more scarce. And that's kind of what I'm going with all of them. This is bullion. It's cool. I love it. I like to stack it. It's easiest to sell in a situation. Not necessarily a apocalypse, shit hits the fan situation, but emergency where I need to sell stuff, and that has happened. So I got this 100 grams, it's like 3 ounces. In Istanbul, the famous Grand Bazaar. There's a ton of gold and silver souks, and I had to get one of these. It's hard to find. It's harder to find than you think to find just a bar like this. It's mostly jewelry and stuff, giant bars, like $1 million gold bar. But I found it and I got it. And there's still a little bit of premium on it. It was probably a few dollars over spot per ounce, but this is a good example of bullion. Now, in 15 years, this is not going to double in price. This is not going to... It's going to hold its value. I mean, if we're lucky. But odds are it'll hold its value. But it's not going to shoot into the appreciation levels that this one will. I mean, it's not rare. It's not... it has no value besides its silver content. So it's like a savings account, you know. It'll appreciate more than a savings account, but it won't appreciate a lot. Here's another example why I do numismatics. This is actually silver, so, well, you silver guys can be happy. But this 1907 S, made in San Francisco, I think. It's a 1 peso US, United States of America, Philippines. And oh my god, look at this, not graded, but look at how awesome this is. I keep this with me. I haven't shipped this one home. I'm scared to lose it. I actually got this for about $15, maybe $20. All right. And 1 year later, I looked on eBay today, and ones with similar quality or whatever are going for minimum $40, $40 to $50 for this in 1 year. 1 year, I've doubled my money, and I have loads of these that I got in Philippines, mostly from collectors, because you want to make sure they're real. But still, I got them for as cheap as possible, and it's already doubled in value in 1 year, while silver in that same year has actually gone down. So, I mean, if this is worth $80 after 1 year, from $20 to $45 in 1 year, imagine what it's going to do in another 15 years. And I have a pile of these. I mean, this is probably my nicest one. I mean, this one's the tone one. But yeah, I have a lot of them. That's good. And then here's some more. I can only show you what I have with me because, as you know, I'm traveling on the road, and everything else I ship home, so I don't have it with me to film. These are exact same situation. They're silver. I actually bought these because they're silver. You know, I just wanted the silver content because that's what I thought I wanted in my stack. And these are junk silver in the Philippines. I mean, they're technically U.S. Philippines still. So for you guys that love junk silver, I bet you don't have these. But guess what? This is worth a lot more than it's silver. I bought these for the small ones. What is this? 20 centavos. I have 10 centavo, 20 centavo, and I think 50 in here. Yeah, these 20 centavos, I probably have 100 of them. I got for about $1 each, probably less than $1, and I got like 100 of these so far. And I looked today on eBay, and these are going for $4 to $5 for the 10s. Where's the 10? They're in here somewhere. $4 to $5 for the 10s, $6 to $7 for these 20s, and about $8 or $9 for these 50s. You know, so I bought this for $1 and it's going for $9 right now after only 1 year. Can you believe that? And if I could keep them in this good a condition, which is hard at the moment because I got so many, I mean hundreds of these. But if I could keep these in the same condition, imagine what these are going to be worth in 15 years if they've quadrupled in price after just 1 year. Here's the 5 centavo. It's worth the same as the 20 probably. I can't remember. 1944. They're all around that year, around the war time. I think General MacArthur brought these. But yeah, it's I mean, this quadrupled in price in just 1 year. You can't say that about silver. In fact, silver went down. I think it went down, or maybe stayed about the same. It did not. It didn't do anything to appreciate my wealth. My money did not work for itself in that year. In my silver stack, I have maybe 300 ounces. But my coins, I'm trying to be smart and see. You know, you have to guess what's gonna do good. For example, I'm trying to get a lot more graded coins like this because it's also important to keep the condition. If you can keep the condition good and they don't get scratched. I mean, if you scratch an MS70 coin, it's never going to be an MS70 anymore. So I'm trying to get a lot more graded coins, and I have. I'm going to be making videos about my recent purchases. For example, I have a koala collection. I have every year of koala except for 2. So from 2008 to 2019, I have every year NGC, MS70, koala except for 2009 and 2010. So if anybody has that, please, it's hard to find. If you want to sell it, let me know, or trade. But those, for example, the 2008 koala, the first year, it's a key date, even though it's bullion. It's the first year of a popular series, and if you bought that in 2008, you could buy the coin for $15. You can get it graded maybe $30. So you got it's quite a premium, you know, 15, 35, 40, so $50 for a graded coin. But now, 2019. My 2008 MS70 koala, you can't get it. You can get it for around $200. You know what I mean? So in 2008, if people were like, "Oh, why did you spend so much on a graded coin? It's a waste of money." Yeah, well, in 10 years, I'm not going to care if I spent $50 or $100. It's worth way more. So the trick is to find coins, notes. It's the same with my notes. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of notes that I'm hoping appreciate, and they have to appreciate. None of them are going to go down. I mean, none of them. unless I paid way too much and they're just too popular and nothing. None of them will go down. Some could stay the same in 10, 20 years, but very unlikely. And I have some that are just, Zimbabwe 100 trillion notes? When I was in Zimbabwe, I got a handful of those. 3 of them were brand new, uncirculated. And I paid like $10 each, and I probably got 20 of them. And 3 of them were crisp, brand new. I just looked on eBay today, and those $100 trillion notes are going for hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. Like my crisp ones, maybe $200 a piece, and I got them for 10. So yeah, that's why I'm collecting numismatics, things that are not gonna rely on the price of silver or gold. Don't get me wrong, I love silver and gold, so I have a stack, but I'm more interested in what this is going to be worth in 15 years. All right, and I've already proven to myself that it works, just based on what I've paid recently and what it's already worth. And don't get me wrong, I've made mistakes as well, but I've made the non-mistakes have greatly outweighed the waste of money. For example, the Rwanda Rooster series and the Rwanda Wildlife, or not Rooster, but Lunar and the Wildlife series from Rwanda. I got a Proof 70 Rwanda Rooster, and it was like $100, and it was like $80. And everybody's like, oh my god, what a waste. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like, I don't care. This thing is the most beautiful coin I've ever seen. And now you can't get one on eBay for less than $300. And it's been 2 years, I think, since 2017, I believe they are. So yeah, I'm collecting them every year when they're cheapest, when they're still new and cheap. I try to get at the MS70 or Proof 70s because they're just skyrocketing every year. You can't get the Wildlife series. I'm still collecting all the MS70s, but the 2000 12, the Gorilla, I'm not sure, it might be 2008. I don't remember the first year of the Wildlife series, but the 2008, you can't get an ungraded Rwanda Gorilla for less than $300. So can you imagine if you bought a pile of those in 2000, whatever year it was? If you had a pile of the Rwanda Gorillas you bought when they first came out, you would just have a shitload of money, because if you bought it at spot price, $15 for it, whatever it was, and now you can't get one for less than $300. And a graded one, who the hell knows? I can't even find a graded one. So it's gonna be really hard to finish that series for the old ones. But I'm trying to see. I really like new series where I can get the first years real cheap. I just started the Krugerrand, because the Krugerrands are new now. They're making silver, 1 ounce silvers. They've been doing it for 2 years, so they're still cheap. But if you can get the whole series, I mean, if you're collecting for 15 years, you're going to get an amazing series. So, yeah, that's my strategy, guys. I'm going to have a lot more videos of some really premium silver coins and notes that I've got coming in, or that I've already got, and just kind of show you what I'm investing in. And just keep in mind, these are long-term investments. I'm not flipping, I'm not selling anything, I'm not stacking bullion necessarily unless I get a real cheap price. I am investing in appreciable numismatics over the next long term, 15-20 years. So there you have it. I hope this wasn't too long and boring, but I just wanted to let you guys know. There's a million different ways, but that's mine. I might have a change of heart next week and just feel like getting a pile of bullion so it looks awesome on YouTube, but Who knows? For now, it's the interesting stuff for me. So, I'm out.
Because now, you know the rest of the story.